All right, everyone, welcome back. And today we're luckily joined by the UFC's newest signing, Junior Tafa. Junior, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of time on this Saturday. I know you had some surgery the other day, so how's everything going so far?
Yeah, going good, man. Still gutted, but it's just be postponed, I've got to keep at it. So.
Yep, 100%. Look, obviously you were scheduled to face originally Austin Lane at UFC 284 and then moved to Waldo Cortez Acosta. Obviously, we saw the news that on Thursday you've had to withdraw, obviously due to an injury and whatnot. Are you able to disclose what that injury is and sort of when your time frame will be on your return?
Yeah, it's just happened in training, just a hand injury, but yeah, just about 6 weeks I got given off. So
yep, okay, not too bad.
Yeah, I was originally meant to fight that former NFL player. Austin Lane, but he pulled out for injury, and then I got some Waldo Costa or something.
Yeah, and
hit this injury, but I hope to postpone it. I really want to fight that guy. I heard he's been talking some nonsense.
I saw some of it, so
on Twitter. So yeah, I just hope I'm his next fight.
Yep.
Yeah,
teach that kid a lesson, man.
Yeah, definitely. So, Junior, you've obviously started your career off with, 4 straight KO and TKO victories. And, obviously the criticism from, the casual fan base, or opponents are going to be, well, he's going to look like a different guy in the 3rd round and, he's never been tested. Would you welcome, a longer contest later on in your career so that you can display your cardio and that you can fight well into the later rounds?
Yeah, this, like I said, this guy that I hope I fight, this Waldo Costa, I would like to take him to the 3rd round, but beat blood out his mouth.
Yeah.
Round 1 and 2, and then 3rd round finish him there. That's how I feel I'm going to take this fight. So yeah, I feel I got great cardio. I got great skill set. I got dangerous weapons that I haven't been able to showcase yet because the fights end quick. But yeah, I'm able to find my shot. I'm lucky. I'm talented and blessed with that. I'm able to find that shot.
100%. Junior, look, man, obviously the news came out last week that you had signed with the UFC, but from both of us, man, a belated congratulations again, because it's a massive achievement, man, and we're very happy for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Obviously, I just wanted to know sort of how long that dialogue had been, sort of back and forth with the UFC, because obviously we know, we saw you fight in Rise and then had a couple of fights before that for Brave. So how long sort of had that dialogue with the UFC been before you eventually signed?
Like originally I had signed to fight Contender Series on a debut. There's not many fighters, going to the Contender Series with no MMA fights. So
wow.
I feel like if they looked at me that way, they kind of when COVID came through, it kind of ruined. But I had visa issues.
Yep.
So then I couldn't go through that fight, and then they just told me, man, you need to do some local fights.
Yep.
So if you check the rankings, I'm the number 1 heavyweight in the region. And when they came here, it's who else are they going to look at?
Exactly.
I made sure I made some noise, man. I did 5 fights in 6 months.
Yep.
All finishes,
yeah.
How can you not want to come? I feel like I was like the number 1 draft pick in the NBA, So
100%.
I feel if it wasn't UFC, I know I had deals with a lot of deals come, but I just wanted to join my brother, and fight this Perth card. So that was the dream and goal for me. So
yeah, for sure. So, Junior, as someone who has fought, in both Australia and in Japan, I'm wondering if you could speak to, the differences in the crowd. As fighting in Japan, we've heard from a lot of prior fighters, in boxing, kickboxing, MMA, that fighting in front of a Japanese crowd is just a different experience.
Yeah, I think there's more history there. They know the history with MMA, going back in the prior days, so they just know. They're just well educated on the sport itself. But in Australia we got some of the wildest fans, man. Like
100%.
We got a whole, like, for them, they really they're the most respectful fans I've ever met. Even the way they come and ask for a photo, they'll give you a gift before. I couldn't even pack all my stuff. They gave me so many gifts, like drawings of me. We couldn't even move in the lobby. It was crazy out there.
Yeah.
And here in Australia, man, they just pass you beers,
Yeah. To add to that, I will say when I went over there for rugby a few years ago, and whenever we tackle someone, they'd get up and say sorry.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's all good. Like, you don't have to say sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. But look, Junior, obviously, I want to start talking about Justin. Obviously, you were scheduled to be alongside him, fight alongside him at UFC 284. Obviously, that's not going to come to fruition now, which I'm sure will come at a later date. But how happy are you, sort of being in the same organisation as your brother finally, and getting to experience that with him?
Yeah, man. It's I experienced it with him in his corner, for his last fights. I'm there with him anyway, but it's just better. It feels good to be able to, be on the same. My goal is when they come to Brisbane, in our hometown, I would love to be on the headlines with them, and
100%.
That's the goal. That's the goal. We're young in the sport, me and my brother. So young heavyweight brothers, and I still got a younger brother coming up. He's a gun. He's right behind me. So he's a heavyweight himself. So you're gonna see a tougher name all up in the
all over there.
Definitely. And I tell you what, it'd be a scene in Fortitude Valley for all three Tafa brothers to get a knockout in Brisbane and then head to Rick's afterwards. All right, man. Junior, just to speak on, one MMA legend who has certainly had an impact on your career in Mark Hunt, I was just wondering if you could speak to, the value that training with someone with his wealth of combat experience has had on your development as a martial artist.
Man, that's where I'm lucky, that's where I've been able to just shoot up with my fight game, because he has the knowledge also. Like, there's so much theory behind his madness, man. There's he talks about the timing and placements of shots, and not just beating their guard down. He knows when to pick the shot, and it's like he's also like a master chess player. That guy, he beats like
wow.
Yeah, he's like crazy, man, and just having him as a mentor and as a very close friend, family. He's like family to me. So it's like I've been just very blessed to be able to have some like an icon like him, help me out with my game, and it just shows the level that I'm at. He always tells me, world class, man. Like,
that's it.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
But with him, he brought a team of young fighters. It was like me, Justin, my brother, and Carlos Olberg, Taito Ivasa, and we were all fighting on the local shows, and the YC.
Yeah, no.
RS, bro, we were fighting on these little backyard shows, bowling alley shows, and now I get to sit back and I watch them have their time, and I was always the young one there. So now I get to have my turn. So
yeah, well, hopefully your debut will come at a sold out MGM or T-Mobile Arena. That'd be amazing.
Man, I'm hoping to get him on the Jones undercard.
Man.
If I can get him on the John Jones undercard, I'll steal the show there.
100%. I can imagine. Look, let's sort of touch on that. You fought 5 times last year, 4 of those mixed martial arts, 1 of those boxing. And notably, I want to say you had your first fight for the year in Damien Brown's organisation, Beat Down Promotions, and which is, in my opinion, really stamped themselves as a premier promotion after only 2 shows. We covered the last show, and it was a fantastic event. What is your opinion of the local scene here in Australia at the moment? We've got some amazing young talent coming through, guys like yourself, guys like Sonny Kirasomi as well, Michael Stanoff, to name a few. What's your opinion on the local scene here in Australia at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's good, man. It's you can see in the UFC, we got champions from this side of the world. We got outstanding with our pound for pounds from this side of the world,
Yeah.
So like just the local scene itself, it's crazy. So many killers, man. And even in the amateurs, like so many good amateur fighters like that. Sonny Kirasomi and man, I know a lot of good amateur fighters coming up, making their way up. So yeah, man, I'm excited for the wave coming through. So yeah.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. So, look, Junior, man, last question from us, because we really appreciate you giving us some time on this really nice Saturday day here in Australia. So, speaking on your brother, obviously having another brother who's a high-level mixed martial artist, it comes with so many training benefits. But I was wondering if you could speak to his impact sort of, on your life personally, so outside of the sport.
Yeah, me and my brothers are very close. Our circle's small, man. So like, it's just me and my brothers against the world. We always say it, you know.
Tafa gang.
How is this young? You don't know. We don't have some. We're not ATT. We're not AKA. We're Tafa gang, man. You see me and my brothers just coming up. The question is like, how do you get two brothers out south of Logan in South Brisbane make it to the UFC? You know, I feel like there's going to be a movie about us because we're different, man. There's even when we're backstage and like I was at Risen show backstage and just how the way they carry themselves backstage to the fight, it's just we're different, you know. We know what we prep for war. We know what's coming, you know. So it's. I just think it's there's the story we get told. I'm not a very good storyteller, but when the story gets told, man, it's gonna shock the world, you know.
100%.
100%. Well, look, Junior, man, thank you so much for giving us some time today. We really appreciate it. All the best with your recovery, man, and we can't wait to see the Tafa gang on sharing a card and all of you landing some knockouts, hey?
Awesome, bro. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate
Thank you,
that
Junior.
Very much.
Appreciate it.
Good one.
Cheers, boys.